conditions throughout the area. I can tell you that we've all been overwhelmed at the scene of destruction in the county and primarily in the city of Gatlinburg. However, I can also equally tell you that we remain overwhelmed by the incredible response of this community, region, and state, which we think is indicative in how we will move forward together as we help those in need and as we help to rebuild this county and these cities in this county. At this point, I can report to you that we have over 150 structures in the county. I'm not talking about in the cities of in any of the cities, but just in the county, over 150 structures that have been damaged or destroyed, and that's beyond the Gatlinburg area. We have about 70 homes in the Warriors Valley area that have been reportedly damaged or destroyed, and about 70 homes in the Cobley Knob area, Pittman Center community as well. We continue to have resources and support offered from the state, neighboring counties in the region. I just received a call from our Congressman Phil Rowe, who is working with FEMA to make sure that we have those additional resources and that additional federal support. And again, I want to reiterate that how appreciative all of us are in the county of what everyone is doing to help us. We have never seen an event like this, certainly, and it is going to take time to recover, but we know the character of the people of Sevier County and the character of the people of this state that's helping us, and we have every confidence that we're going to recover and move forward. So at this time, what I'm going to do is introduce the mayor of Gatlinburg, Mike Werner, and then we'll give an opportunity for you all to ask any questions that you might have for us. Mayor Werner.
Thank you, Mayor Waters, and again, thank you all for being here. As a longtime resident, homeowner, and business owner in Gatlinburg, I join with our community in the appreciation to the city, county, state, and park officials for the incredible response to this firestorm. Our community has suffered through significant storm damage over the years, but nothing like this. Over our 10 square miles of our city, about half of it has been impacted. We have over confirmed 100 structures that have been damaged. I've got the fire chief here, and we're going to go over some more details in a minute. I have him speak with you. But I just wanted to let you know that Gatlinburg is a very strong, very resilient community. We've got people that are reaching out to people here from all over the country, and we just want to let people know that we will rebuild and we will remain the premier resort community that we are, and our guests love Gatlinburg, and it will be okay. I told my kids this morning, I've got 7 kids, and I've told all of them, whatever happens, material things, they can be replaced, but as long as we're safe and everybody's okay, that's all that really matters. But Gatlinburg will rebuild, and everything's going to be fine. And at this time, I'm going to introduce our fire chief, Greg Miller.
Good morning. What a difficult 24 hours that our community has faced. And we did so with amazing support from our county, from our region, and from our state. And our first responders are appreciative of everything. It's difficult to go out into a community and try to protect and serve others when your own property and everything that you've worked for is burning down. But that's what these men and women have done for the last 24 hours. And I want to express my gratitude to them and to our support that we get, both in the city and the county and beyond. We had over 2,000 people checked into our Red Cross shelter across the way here at Rocky Top Sports World and in Pigeon Forge. These are going to remain open as long as necessary and provide medical support, meals, and cots that are available. At this time, I can report that during this firestorm event, we transported approximately 12 patients from the Gatlinburg area, and most of those were exhibiting non-life-threatening injuries. As the Mayor Werner said, we began with daybreak this morning the process of looking at the destruction. And the number thus far is greater than 100. But we're still actively fighting fire. So we're not just out doing damage assessments. We've still got work to do. And in saying that, we ask that you help us be able to do our job. Part of that is keeping these roadways clear for emergency vehicles. As you can imagine, the visibility is very poor because of the smoke and the particulate in the air. Therefore, there are areas that are too smoky that we can't see yet. We don't know what's there. But I can promise you that we are not going to stop until we visit each and every property and be able to attach an assessment to that. We are grateful, as Mayor Werner said, that the downtown area has largely remained intact. And with that, I also want to encourage people to do one simple thing that's going to help us, and it's oftentimes overlooked. But the same devices you use, your Wi-Fi connection, your cell phones, some of those tablets and handheld devices that you're using is what we are also using in our command post. And that's how we have to communicate with one another. And our systems get bogged down, and we can potentially miss vital communications. So if it's something that can wait, if you want to download that tune later, we encourage you to do that. Just think of us so we can do our jobs to help mitigate this situation. Thank you.
Now we'll open it up for questions. If you have any questions, we'll take them at this time.
Really, what happened overnight? Because it seemed like things weren't this bad in the late hours of last night. So what was it that picked things up and made it change?
I'll refer that to the chief.
Absolutely. We did a press release yesterday afternoon, and as we had already discussed, what got us to this situation was a fire to chimney tops in the national park. And the humidity dropped very low, and the wind speed and wind direction picked up, and it started traversing towards the Twin Creeks area and the Minot Park area of Gatlinburg. And we dedicated a significant amount of resources for that. Well, around the time of 6 p.m., the wind speeds doubled. There were times last night that we had wind gusts in excess of 87 miles an hour. That is hurricane force. That is nowhere to be with trying to fight a fire. Those winds of that nature, it is common to pick up embers of fire and take them greater than a mile away. At the same time we were facing that challenge, those high winds were knocking down trees. Those trees were hitting power lines, and they were falling on this very dry, extreme drought-like condition, and everything was catching on fire. That's how it got to that point so rapidly.
Any other questions?
What's the process of letting people back into Gatlinburg, or they're going to have, when can I go back? How can I check on my home, my business, or even the valley areas that are evacuated as well?
Good question, Kyle. Chief?
I'll get that. It is a great question, and we want to be able to allow people back in because they have concerns. They're concerned for their property and their pets and whatever they may have left behind. Once this emergent phase is over with and we have got the emergency under control and we've done what we've needed to do to protect the people and protect the structures, then by all means we will be letting people come back in because we understand your desire to get back to your property and to your loved ones and other things. So